Okay, so I had to speak on this little dust up between Manon, Fiore, and Valentina Shevchenko because I thought it was funny and I thought some of the responses were kind of funny. So Manon sends a tweet at Valentina. Says, "Stop making people wait. Let's do this soon enough so I can send you to retirement and move on." And Shevchenko responded and said, "If you lose, you retire. Deal?" And she called Manon an ill-mannered first grader. Ill-mannered first grader. And Manon responded, she said, "Deal. I'll take you seriously when you sign the contract." And she wrote, "Damn teacher's pet." I like Manon. I like when anybody goes after Shevchenko. I don't know because, oh, I do know why. Because there was a time when the girls were scared. Manon was one of them. Like, hey, I'm not ready for Valentina yet. But now she's, in a hurry, obviously. But there was a time when girls said, yeah, no, I'm not ready for Shevchenko. And it was so bad, people made videos about it, trying to encourage the contenders to want to fight the champion. It was a sad moment in flyweight history. And so I enjoy when anybody goes after her. Now look at one of the response. Now, you see this comment here where it says, "Even worse, that old with zero manners." They didn't add who Shevchenko was or what she was responding to. But somebody pointed out that, hey, to be fair, Manon is not young either. Referring to the statement about sending Shevchenko into retirement. Like, hey, Manon is close to, the same age. Close to the same age as Shevchenko. But look at one of the responses. He said, "This may be the general hater in me coming out, but being like, oh, you have no manners, is such a dweeb response. Like Valentina wanted Manon to kiss the floor she walked on." Well, in this case, I can understand where Shevchenko is coming from. I understand what she meant, because Manon did try to take a swipe at her. She took a swipe at her. Basically saying, hey, you're old, you're washed up, you barely got your title back, okay? You got it back in unimpressive fashion. There are many fans disappointed, okay? And you've done enough. You've been around long enough. Yeah, I'm not going to let you hold up the belt any longer. Sort of saying, hey, you're old, when actually she's not that old. Shevchenko's not that old, right? She's like 34, 35, right? Still got plenty of time. There are girls who fought past 40, right? It should be some, or at least close to 40. She got a few more years left, and she could hold the title for the remaining, 3, 4, 5 years, however long she wants to fight. But hey, I don't fault Manon for taking that swipe. Like I said, I like when people get Shevchenko riled up, and when the girls actually have some dust-ups, because that's what's missing. Just, do it with taste. And I think Manon did. I think it was a fair swipe to say, hey, you're about ready for retirement. It's about time for you to go. You're one of these old heads, it's about time for you to go. That was a fair swipe. Because Shevchenko, she's been fighting for a while. Look at Nunes. She was rivals with Nunes. Nunes is retired. Now, I don't know if she'll come back, but look at all the fighters that's retired since Shevchenko has been fighting. Sarah Kaufman, several of her old opponents retired as well. Now, you got some still sticking around, but Manon is newer to UFC than Shevchenko. And a fighter like Shevchenko, if she were to get beaten up by Manon, Manon is saying, hey, you're going to want to retire after I whoop you. Right? That's another part of what, or I'm quite sure Manon meant that in that way as well. Like, hey, you got stopped by Grasso. You fought the rematch to a draw, unimpressive. And then you got the belt back in unimpressive fashion. And before you fought Grasso, you looked unimpressive against Taylor Santos. You're on the down slide right now in your career. I'm winning my fights more decisively than you are winning yours. Your time is up. She's saying a lot with that statement, and I just wanted people to be aware of that.